Hello, this is take 3 on video 2. Um, Hello, I'm Muse Greenwood, and I'm so glad you found this video. I hope and that it is of service to you. The intention of this channel is to do the where intersection between cybersecurity. This is my book, Cybersecurity Handbook A to Z Guide. It is a dip in, mostly so you don't have to try to memorize everything that's out there and terminologies in cybersecurity, but it also has the listing of the laws. And if you're getting a career into cybersecurity, it talks about the qualifications and gives you some direction to how you begin your career in that. So that's the business side. This channel is about really finding the intersection where divine spaces, sacred spaces meet and our business objectives, our key indicators. Are we accomplishing what we're looking for? And one of the things that 10 years ago, I was at a conference in DC and they were talking about cybersecurity. And in the discussion, they said something like 72% of businesses, and at the time this was in the States, of course, Washington, D.C., would become vulnerable to cyber risk. And they started to really speak about all these risks and what could happen. And I was sitting there with a large group of people that were there to learn about big data and, really how to enhance their business. Give you an idea of the caliber of what this was. The swag had like silver pens, and it was they gave you a pass to private jet stuff. It was one of the most high end events I went to. That was a heck of a swag bag. I really actually wanted to line up for two of them, but I got mine, and I was very happy and very grateful. But I say that to say the people in that room were high in C suite players and owners. And as they're sitting there and no one seemed to respond, all I heard was low hanging fruit beware. You know, I was a SME and we were quite a small company, but all my clients were small companies. And I just thought this is ridiculous. This is how do we say that with a straight face? Basically, it can put you out of business within 6 months. You get a breach like this, you get a ransomware, you will be put out of business. And at the same time, 82% of people, now don't correct me on all the stats because this was in 2014. 22% of the businesses, the SME businesses of the states, um, they were responsible for 82% of the employment. So let me get this straight. They're responsible for 82% of employment, which feeds to our economy, but they are 72% likely to get breached. And out of that, a large percentage will go out of business within 6 months. The math absolutely not only didn't make sense to me, it made too much sense to me. It made so much sense that I thought, stop the press. We need to make this a top priority. I then went on a mission. It was when I first started to work on this book with my staff and interns, and we were doing our regular business as well as building this out. I put the quirky guy on there because cybersecurity should be treated with a little more quirkiness, not so you know linear and rigid. And but nobody wanted to hear it. No one was interested. And in the first video, I mentioned that I did the coding schools. I got the ISSSP studies in, and I got the comp certs, and I went for it. I even attended a Harvard managing cybersecurity courses, and it doesn't seem to matter how much I could take on. There still was this you're talking about cybersecurity as if it's everyone's responsibility. We want software and the department and the people that handle. And I thought, no, it's not. It's sacred space. Now I really was touching on to something. So when I think of cybersecurity now, we've all get it now. It's not. It's not. It's not that elusive any longer. I think most of us understand it's not just the IT department's responsibility. There is no calorie coming to rescue us. We have to do this for ourselves. I think we know it's beyond phishing emails. I think we understand that every time you're pushed into putting all your government documents online, whether it's biometrics or whether it's ordering off a menu using a QR code or your bank. It doesn't matter what you're doing right now, whether you just want to get another app that would connect your social media together and make it live on your website. Every time you have third party, third party, and cookies, don't even get me started with cookies. Just I don't understand that we know these things are really just, it's like dropping people into a small tub of piranhas. I mean, we know it's not good. We know it's not good. And it's kind of a matter of time, but that's not what this channel's about. I say that because I say it's a matter of time because I really want to step into why I believe we can be safe. This is not the way it has to be. It doesn't have to feel like this. Norway and Japan have excellent laws around cybersecurity. It's the laws that create and protect the space, not bureaucracy laws, not lobbyist laws, not laws that protect software companies or device making companies, laws that really are designed to protect the people and the economies so that we can all flourish. Now we're back to the ideal of feminine. That's what I mean by feminine. The feminine in cybersecurity, and let me go back a little bit more about the divine feminine. I spoke on it a little bit yesterday. I want to elaborate. I pulled it up here. I'm just going to read off my screen a bit here. Feminine energy is a concept that appears in many religions and cultures, and it is associated with a variety of ideas, including creation, fertility, and nurturing. This is what's happening online all the time: creation, growth, fertility, different ideas are growing different ideas. And a lot of what I'm doing right now is because of being really inspired by fellow YouTubers. This is a wonderful opportunity for all of us. And nurturing. A lot of us, I discovered one of my favorite gurus, Muji Baba. I mean, I am so inspired by the beautiful nurturing that I receive from the teachings that I have found online. So this space is a fantastic space. And again, it's not a it's not an infrastructure people created. It's very much like electricity. It's always been. We're literally accessing something that is available to us all. So the divine feminine is what I believe is our right. Because the divine feminine, be it, and I love this, I wanted to use some of the names that other practices look at: the great mother goddess, Shakti, Oshun, Isis, Sekhmet. We know these different things. Sophia, we know wisdom is feminine. And if we even just took that part of it and said we can apply wisdom, we could apply wisdom to cybersecurity. We could apply wisdom to how we take care of ourselves and our families and our businesses and our customers online. It can be done. We do need some support by having laws in place that really reduce the risk. There's a wonderful book. When I get better at navigating this channel, and I'll drop things below as I see people often speak to, but it's called This Is How They Tell Me the World Will End. That book is fantastic. This is how they tell me the world will end. Written by a fantastic journalist who has been covering cybersecurity for over a decade. And in there, she speaks to the laws that were not passed, though this was identified again in 2014. So what I'm speaking to is clearly they're aware of it, and we know it can help. It can really help. So cybersecurity is not something that's an impossible, crazy maze. It's pretty linear too. We know what we can do to stop as many bad actors, or I'm going to say the opportunist, and that way it makes it very limited to how many people we have to protect ourselves against. All right. Again, this is my book, and inside of here I have laws for the UK, US, Canada, and the EU. And I still, it's just, there's so much more we have to do when it comes to the laws. And that's where wisdom kicks in. Wisdom tells us, the feminine says, protect my children. Protect my children so they can continue to create, they can then continue to thrive, they can continue to grow. It's possible. This is not an impossible situation. It's very possible. So, with that, from the Tao to Jane, I'll read again today. Bear with me just a moment. It's the message today is a beautiful card. I had mentioned Sahaja. One of my gurus is painting by Muji. So Baba Ji, Muji Baba, sending out love to the Sahaja. 30 spokes join together in the hub. So 30 spokes join together in the hub. It is because of what is not there and that the cart is useful. Clay is formed into a vessel. It is because it is its emptiness that the vessel is useful. Cut doors and windows to make a room. It is because it is emptiness in the room is useful. Therefore, what is present is used for profit, but it is an absence that they are useful. So I think that's pretty interesting for what I'm speaking to on the feminine. I want to read that last part again. But it is in absent that there is usefulness. Awesomeness, I do apologize. I missed something there. And it's in the absence. So much of that, I love when I just randomly pick it because this ties into what I was speaking about. Cybersecurity just allows you to live and do and be sheltered. Just think of it like warmth in your home, shelter, so that you can, be protected against elements. And as we go through life, we put things in place, whether it's seat belts or helmets. We begin to learn how to protect ourselves, and we all understand it's responsibility. We're all responsible. We don't give a department somewhere to tell us how to shelter ourselves, how to stay warm, how to build and take care of ourselves, decide how we want to nurture our bodies with foods. And, this is our right. So there is profit online, and cybersecurity does business. Yes, that's very true. But the hub, there's things we create, but it's empty. The vessel closes in, but it's still there's emptiness that it closes around. Cybersecurity is built around the sacred spaces. It's built around sacred spaces. Its usefulness. Again, we know it's not meant to be something that controls us. It's meant to be something that gives us a better life, gives us the gift of what was a part of the creation, a part of the creation story so that we can live our lives filled with joy, love, and bliss. Be resilient when we need to, be tenacious when we need to. I didn't say anything about a perfect life, flawless, no harms. I woke up today, I absolutely felt dragging. Like, oh my God. But, we do this. And I sat, I had a coffee, I pet the cat, and we go from there. I was wondering if the cat was going to come up and say hello. Hi, come here. Let's see. Let's see if we can get Kit Kat up here. Not so easy. Hi. Can you say hello? Oh, she's purring. So, well, friends, we'll say this is video two. And I just hope that you have a beautiful and blessed day. And remember, stay safe online. Be safe online because it is your divine right. Cybersecurity doesn't belong to a few wealthy corporates, and they don't own cyberspace. Great source energy is the same creator of electricity, the same creator of the divine, of all that we are. Excuse me. That's who. And that for it belongs to all of us. And because it belongs to all of us, we have the right to be safe and to be nurtured there. All right. Thank you. Love you. Bye.